Kentucky is a state with both character and soul. It's not always a big tourist spot, which is a shame because people who don't go are really missing out. The state has beautiful countryside, limestone hills, unspoiled parks and forests, and roads that look like they were made for amazing road trips. Today in this video, we are going to talk about Kentucky's most beautiful and best places to visit. But before we start our discussion, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. So let's get started. Cumberland Falls, a gorgeous beauty spot, sometimes called Little Niagara. These falls, which are called the Niagara of the South, have a 125-foot wide area of water that is nothing short of amazing. Cumberland Falls, which is in the southeastern part of the state, is not only beautiful, but it is also one of only two places on Earth where moonbows can be seen. Moonbows are rainbows made by the light of the moon. The other place is Zambia, which is in Africa. If you want to get the most out of the falls, rent a raft and go when the moon is full. Bourbon Distilleries, one of the best and most popular places to visit in Kentucky. Kentucky is known for its bourbon, and there are about 70 distilleries all over the state. This includes Buffalo Trace, where you can take a tour of the whole process, from cooking to distilling, Maker's Mark, where you can hand-dip your own bottle with their famous red wax, and the Bardstown Bourbon Company, where you can taste bourbon straight from the barrel. If you like bourbon, or just want to know more about how this great drink is made, Kentucky gives you lots of chances to do so every day of the week. The Appalachian Mountains, one of the most stunning areas to explore in Kentucky. If you like mountains, you can go to the eastern part of the state and see the Appalachian Mountains. You can hike, go to lookouts, and see some of the most beautiful scenery you've probably seen in a long time. You can also stop to go hiking, boating, and hiking on the amazing forest trails. The Appalachian Mountains cover a large part of eastern Kentucky, and you should plan to see them on your next trip there. Louisville, Kentucky's largest city, home to some great bars, restaurants, and attractions. This is one of the most underrated cities in the United States. It is the biggest and busiest city in Kentucky. It's a nice-looking place with a beautiful skyline, a thriving art scene, and a long history of bluegrass music. When you add great restaurants, lively bars, and a good number of distilleries, you have a city that is seriously cool. The 21C Museum Hotel, the Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft, the Muhammad Ali Center, the Louisville Mega Cavern, and the Kentucky Science Center are some of the best places to visit. Kentucky Lake, a popular and gorgeous vacation spot in Kentucky. Kentucky Lake is in the southwest of the state. It is 184 miles long and has more than 2,000 miles of shoreline. But boating and fishing aren't the only things you can do on this lake. It also has poker runs, open regattas, drag boat races, and cabins you can rent for a vacation that is both relaxing and fun. You can also ski, swim, and take your favorite ski jet out on the water to make sure that every trip is safe and fun for the whole family. Frankfort, an attractive and charming city to explore in Kentucky. This charming town on the Kentucky River seems to have everything good about Kentucky in one place. It is known for having one of the most beautiful Capitol buildings in the country. It is also known for its bourbon distilleries, its wine, and both its new and old governor mansions. Dixie Belle Paddle Wheels, one of the best things to do in Kentucky. If you want to see old-fashioned paddle wheel boats in the South, you can go to the Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill and ride one of these boats through the Kentucky River Palisades. When you're done cruising, you can go back to land and check out the village, which has nature preserves, organic gardens, and more than 40 miles of trails for you to enjoy. This is the original Shaker Village, and 34 of the original buildings are still here. Red River Gorge and Natural Bridge, easily one of the most beautiful places to visit in the U.S. state. The Red River Gorge is beautiful in every way. It has a 65-foot-high natural bridge made mostly of sandstone. Nearby, you can rent some cute cabins to stay in for the night, go camping at one of the many nearby campgrounds, hike some beautiful nature trails, go ziplining if you're feeling extra daring, or even go rock climbing if you feel like it. With this amazing tourist spot, you can relax and take in some of the beautiful views. You can also live out your dream of being an explorer in the 1800s. Daniel Boone National Forest, a beautiful national forest to explore in Kentucky. This beautiful area has been a national park since 1937. It is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Kentucky. It covers a huge area of 708,000 acres in the roughest part of the country west of the Appalachians. It has forested slopes, sandstone cliffs, and narrow ravines. This place is a nature lover's dream. You can hike, camp, have a picnic, rock climb, go boating, or just sit back and enjoy the beautiful Kentucky landscape. Dale Hollow Lake, a tranquil and beautiful place to visit in Kentucky. Dale Hollow Lake is a beautiful place to go hiking and boating, but it also has trails for mountain biking, places to watch birds, and a lot more. It is in the south-central part of Kentucky and covers more than 27,000 acres. Dale Hollow Lake was built in 1943. It's a great place to go if you love being on the water or if you just want to watch some of the most beautiful scenery you'll ever see. Because of how beautiful it is, this is a place that everyone who visits the Bluegrass State should see. John A. Roebling Suspension Bridge, an iconic and beautiful landmark in Kentucky. This old bridge was built in the 1860s. It crosses the Ohio River between the cities of Cincinnati, Ohio, and Covington, Kentucky. It is a very impressive sight, with its spires that look like they belong in a palace, and it's almost Art Deco style. If you see the bridge and think you've seen it before, don't be scared. The Brooklyn Bridge in New York City was modeled after this bridge. This is one of the best ways to get to Cincinnati if you live in northern Kentucky and want to go to a sports game. There, people agree that this bridge is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Kentucky. Land Between the Lakes Recreation Area, part of America's great outdoors since 1963. More than 170,000 acres make up the Land Between the Lakes recreational area, which is recognized by UNESCO as a biosphere reserve. The U.S. Forest Service is in charge of managing it. The flora and fauna are fascinating, and those of us who have an interest in history will find a wealth of historical information here. In addition to that, there are a lot of large open spaces that can be enjoyed. In addition to that, you can view wild turkeys, bison, elk, and buffalo. There are over 300 miles of unspoiled shoreline that are simply breathtaking and cannot be described in any other way. So that's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching, and see you next time.